We have more breaking news on the Deshaun Watson, everything surrounding him and all that. Reports have come in via Ian Rappaport and Adam Schefter that he has now been traded. This did happen about an hour or two ago at this point, but I did want to wait until all of the reports came out because the contract news, the actual trade, all that. I want to make sure that it was all set in stone so I could give you guys a full report about what was actually happening. This should be a pretty quick video. Just want to make it very clear, get something out, hopefully teach someone something. So let's get right into it. My name is John. This is the Sports Advocate. Feel free to like, comment, dislike, subscribe, whatever you want to do. Appreciate you stopping by. I hope you stick through. Go ahead and leave at the end of this video, once you listen, and go ahead and leave a comment down below if you think what was traded was worth it and your ideas on or thoughts on what the contract, because there's a very large contract and there's some weird kind of it's a very weird contract, I would say. Okay, so let's get into it. Deshaun Watson has been traded to the Cleveland Browns. Now, it was reported a couple days ago that the Cleveland Browns were out for the ability to go trade for Deshaun Watson. So this was actually very surprising. He was traded earlier this morning on March 18th, somewhere around about, I wouldn't give a time just because area codes and all that. So Houston received 3 first-round picks, a third-round and a fourth-round pick, and Cleveland received Deshaun Watson and a 5th-round pick. So that is very, very, very big trade, honestly. So 3 first-round picks, especially for someone that hasn't played in a year with all of the implications of the lawsuits and all that. So that's very interesting. I don't know if I would say it's bad. I think for a young quarterback, especially someone of his caliber, that's about probably what you're running for. Just a little surprising to me that it was so much, given he didn't play at all last year. But he did immediately sign a contract with the Browns once he was moved there for 5 years, $230 million, and the entire contract is guaranteed. That is unheard of. That is the most guaranteed money any player ever. That is actually insane. And this just coming off the day after Devontae Adams traded and signed as the most highest paid non-quarterback in all of NFL history. So this is just crazy stuff going on this offseason. $230 million, all guaranteed, 5 years. That's a very, very crazy amount. Kind of, I guess you might argue they did it in the case that he were to immediately be an all-pro this year, then he'd be more money the following year. But you also got to wonder if that was part of Deshaun Watson. I assume it was actually part of Deshaun Watson. Him choosing his team was he had to be signed to a new contract right away. And I guarantee the guaranteed money was all because Deshaun Watson said, I want everything guaranteed. Just because he doesn't know exactly how his future is going to work out. He still has all these civil cases coming up. So it actually is not completely solved. There's still all the civil lawsuits and all that, but he no longer has the criminal charge against him, which is good news. He'll likely might still face some suspension. I wouldn't say it's going to be a large one, given the fact that he already missed all of last year. I think maybe at most it's like 5 games, and I wouldn't be too surprised if they gave him no suspension since he didn't play last year, so technically he already missed 17 games. But just with how the NFL is ran, you never know, especially with the Calvin Ridley situation that happened a little bit ago where he was suspended the entirety of this season because he was betting on games even when he wasn't with the team. So $230 million guaranteed, 5 year, 3 first rounds, 4th, 5th. Oh shucks, no. 3 first rounds, 3rd, a 4th. Deshaun Watson to the Browns with a 5th. So I don't think that's a bad trade as long as he turns out well. I mean, that's only time will tell on that matter. But I think this is good. especially for the Browns. They got a very good defense. We talked about some of this stuff in my last Deshaun Watson video. They have a very good defense, top 10 defense. Obviously, free agency is going to alter that for this next coming year. They also got Amari Cooper, great backfield with Hunt and Chubb. It's a very good team. You hope that they can get another good wide receiver up here coming in the draft, which they likely can not, since they traded away picks. But you never know. Someone might fall and they get lucky late in the draft. Or maybe they go pick up somebody in free agency. I don't know how much their cap is looking like after the signing. But they might go pick up. There's still some options. Juju Smith just did get signed by the Chiefs. Huge news. I have a video coming up. Stay tuned for that, of the AFC West and how extremely competitive it is. And Juju Smith getting out of the Chiefs only adds to that. It's insane. Devontae Adams went to the Raiders. Next day, Juju Smith goes to the Chiefs. I don't. What happens tomorrow? What big wide receivers even left? Allen Robinson got signed. Shucks, I don't know. Maybe the Broncos go out and they go sign Bobby Wagner, and I don't know, somebody else. I don't really know. I don't know who the Broncos would be targeting. Maybe the Chargers go get, hopefully, my personal opinion, Leo Collins. I'd love to see that. I would be okay with Tyrann Mathieu. I'm a big Nasir Adderley fan, though, so I don't think we need him. But AFC West in general, Chargers, I am a Chargers fan if you didn't know. But AFC West in general needs to upgrade O-line, all the stuff that's going on. O-line needs to get upgraded, and I would say that's true for pretty much everyone in the league. Why did I even go on this rant about the AFC West? Oh, because my video that's coming up. Stay tuned for that. Should be out in the next few days here. Deshaun Watson, that should be it for the news. Contract, draft. So Deshaun Watson's all settled once the civil rights stuff. I probably won't cover that just because I like to stay out of that, like, whatever you cover, political, governmental stuff. But one big thing that this Deshaun Watson case brings is what happens to Baker Mayfield. So when this first happened, Baker Mayfield did demand a trade. He was denied his trade. Now they have Deshaun Watson. They took back the claims that they wanted an adult at quarterback. I think they said they wanted like an adult or some form of that when reports were said that they were out for Deshaun Watson. So now Baker's going to get moved. Clearly, they said Baker was going to be their future again. Don't think that's going to be the case with Deshaun there. They just paid him. Why would you keep Baker? I mean, Baker's not going to be backup. Baker's probably going to get traded. Who do I think is the most likely? Matt Ryan probably stay on the Falcons. They're going to move his contract a little bit, especially with the signings that they're already making. Seahawks, I heard a little bit about Seahawks. Maybe Seahawks get Baker, but I think the most likely is going to be the Colts. I just think the Colts are going to be the most likely, and I don't know how to feel about that. That's a very good team. The Colts have a very good team already. And if Baker is healthy and plays at a Pro Bowl level, might not make Pro Bowl because of how great the AFC is in general. But if he plays at a Pro Bowl level, that Colts team can be very good, especially if he stays healthy. You might be able to say Super Bowl contender. I don't know if I'll go that far since we don't know whom would get traded for Baker Mayfield. Seahawks may also be a thing. There's reports of DK Metcalf possibly getting traded to like the Packers, something like that. So you got to wonder if maybe they're trying to stick young. But I think Jimmy Garoppolo, he's still got to get traded, so he might go to the Colts or the Seahawks. Maybe there's some other team that I'm thinking of right now. But yeah, so there's Deshaun Watson, huge news, really shook the NFL. It's probably going to continue to shake the NFL, but it's very good that this finally all settled outside of the civil case, because now we can get moving with the rest of our lives and look at who gets signed next in free agency and all the things of that nature. So my name is John. This is the Sports Advocate. I hope that I put a smile on your face. I hope that I taught you something, and I hope that This quality looks good. I hope the mic is still the same mic, so I hope I'm not too loud. I just got really excited. The camera quality is a little bit better this time. I tweaked some settings, but I do plan on buying a camera for it instead of using my computer. So thank you for watching. If you stuck through to the end, leave a comment down below on what you think about the contract, all being guaranteed, and where you think Baker Mayfield might go. I did put a poll, irrelevant now, but I did put a poll on my Twitter. My @ is the letter T, and then capital S Sports, capital A Advocate. I did put a poll. I'm going to pull this up real quick. It doesn't really matter at this point, but profile. I put a poll up. Where do you think Deshaun Watson will go? With the Browns supposedly being out at the time, I did put only the Falcons and Saints. You guys did vote. 50 votes. 53% Saints, 47% Falcons. He ended up going to the Browns. I didn't have that option. It was said that he wasn't going there, so I guess you could argue that that is my fault. But yeah, Deshaun Watson case, trade, everything, it's settled. We can move on. We can finally move on. It's been a whole year, but we can move on. So, round of applause for everyone in the NFL that stuck through with this. Yep, clap it up. I'm sure you guys like hearing me smack the mic. Thank you so much for watching. I hope I put a smile on your face. Hope I taught you something. Be safe out there.